Have you ever transferred money into savings and then felt like you suddenly had less, even though you didn't actually spend anything? Most people think saving is supposed to feel rewarding, but for many of us, it quietly feels like giving something up instead. So why does doing the smartest thing with your money sometimes feel like a loss? The answer has very little to do with math and almost everything to do with how your brain is wired. Saving isn't difficult because you're lazy or bad with money. It's difficult because your mind naturally pays more attention to what you're giving up today than what you're gaining tomorrow. It's a bit like planting a tree. You spend time digging the hole now, but the shade doesn't arrive until much later, and that delay changes everything. Imagine someone puts a warm cookie in one hand and a packet of seeds in the other. The cookie gives you happiness immediately. The seeds promise something bigger, but only if you wait. Your brain doesn't see those choices equally. It gives extra attention to the reward you can enjoy right now, even when waiting would lead to something much better.
That's why moving $100 into savings can feel strangely similar to losing $100. You know the money still belongs to you, but it suddenly becomes harder to reach. Your brain focuses on what disappeared from today's options instead of what quietly grew in tomorrow's possibilities. It isn't looking at ownership, it's looking at access. Think about cleaning your house. The moment you start, it feels like work. You don't instantly enjoy a cleaner home because you're still carrying laundry, wiping counters, and picking things up. Saving money works the same way. The effort happens first, while the reward waits patiently in the future. Psychologists have long observed that people usually feel the pain of losing something more intensely than the pleasure of gaining something of equal value. Even when nothing has actually been lost, your brain can interpret reduced spending power as a temporary loss. That's why saving often feels emotionally heavier than buying, even though it's improving your future. Now imagine carrying a backpack. Every unnecessary purchase adds another small item. At first, the weight barely matters, but after enough additions, the backpack becomes exhausting to carry. Saving works in the opposite direction. Each deposit quietly removes weight from your future, even if your shoulders don't feel lighter today. Here's another interesting twist. Every time you successfully save money, you're also practicing patience. And like any skill, patience becomes stronger the more you use it. It's similar to exercising a muscle. The first few workouts feel uncomfortable, but eventually, what once felt difficult starts feeling completely normal. So here's the real surprise. Saving doesn't feel like losing because something is wrong with your finances. It feels like losing because your brain is designed to protect immediate comfort. Long-term rewards are naturally quieter than short-term pleasures, so your mind exaggerates today's sacrifice while whispering about tomorrow's benefit. That's the same uncomfortable feeling you noticed at the very beginning of this video. Once you understand that, something powerful happens. You stop treating the uncomfortable feeling as a warning sign. Instead, you recognize it as proof that you're making a choice your brain hasn't fully learned to appreciate yet. The discomfort isn't evidence you're making a mistake. It's evidence you're interrupting an old pattern. Over time, this changes more than your savings account. It changes your identity. Instead of becoming someone who only reacts to today's desires, you become someone who regularly invests in tomorrow's opportunities. Wealth often grows from hundreds of ordinary decisions that didn't feel exciting in the moment, but quietly reshaped a lifetime. So the next time saving money feels like you're giving something up, remember what's really happening. You're not losing options. You're buying freedom that your future self will thank you for. Ask yourself one simple question before your next purchase. Am I choosing today's comfort or tomorrow's freedom?